Alright, Banksfield, what are the facts?
Serial killer. Born Robert Lee Marquand, 1950, Litchfield. First known victim, 1968.
Sally Nimitz.
Waitress at a local restaurant he frequents. Offers her a ride home, January 8th.
No one sees her again till they discover the body March 22nd, which they identify with dental records. Is this one of the ones that Marquand takes investigators back to the scene?
Only does that twice.
Marquand admits during his confessions he never really liked going back to the scene after the police had been there.
Damn guy. Treated it like a sport.
Once the fun was gone, daddy no likey no more.
What's his background? Upbringing?
Fits the serial killer profile to a T. Single male, loner, starts earlier than usual, but in his psychological interviews, he admits he started torturing and killing small animals when he's 8.
Killed his mother's cat in a fire at age 12.
That's pretty screwed up.
Well, he ain't no Boy Scout.
Actually, he was. Like BTK, he actually becomes a Boy Scout leader, teaching scouts how to tie knots, which he then puts those skills to use during the first 12 murders. After that, he decides it might be a bit too obvious to tell and decides to break his pattern.
What's the rest of his upbringing?
Southern Baptist, dominated by his mother, who suffers a stroke when he's 15. Marquand drops out of school to take care of her. She dies when he's 21. Apparently he gave her a wonderful funeral. She dies without knowing the damage she's inflicted on him.
I don't know whether to blame her or feel sorry for her.
Feel sorry for her.
Why do you do that?
Do what?
That thing where you just assume.
How am I... Her son is a monster. He hides it well.
You don't think a mother knows what her son is?
Not when he's well versed in hiding it.
Who do you think reads those tells as they develop every day?
She's a religious woman, Kayla, but she's not a zealot like Ed Gein's mom.
Really? What are you basing this on? The facts? Did you interview her before she died?
Well, no, of course not.
Well, then how do you know? We're going off the testimony of a sociopath.
I think you're wrong. Marquand adores his mother, but he's brutally honest about her. In an interview dated, November 1978, he admits, while she was a wonderful woman, she was nevertheless clueless about my double life. A bit naive and overall a stupid woman. She was an alcoholic in her later years to cope with the pain, which means I had to be less covert about my actions. All I had to do was manage my impulses during the day till 5 p.m. Then she would sleep till the next morning, which gave me all night to try on any sort of lifestyle I chose. I never harbored any ill will towards my mother, other than a slight sense of contempt for not fighting through the pain to give a shit about what her son was up to.
All right. Very good. You've done well, my apprentice.
Thank you.
Beer?
I'll take more wine.
Do you think Gubish is working this hard?
I think Barrios is doing all the work, and Gubish is going to take all the credit.